Hello, this is Andy Odie with Live Sotheby's International Realty here at Frost Creek, at the ponds at Frost Creek. I am here with Jack, who is the Frost Creek ambassador for fishing. Oh my gosh, and this is something new for Frost Creek. They just are lucky enough to have you come aboard. So in your, okay, get this, 19 years is still young. But boy, are you wise, especially in the fishing world out here. Give a little background, Jack, if you wouldn't mind.
So I started competitively fishing when I was around 12 years old. Started on the Brush Creek, which is right back here. Fantastic stream. I've been all over the world to go fish in a few world championships, and it's really just been an amazing experience. And I'm super grateful I get to guide on water like the ponds here at Frost Creek and the Brush Creek back there, because it truly is some of the better water in Colorado.
And you've had a lot of success fishing on these ponds. And we may not share with them right now about the secret spots of where you've had the success, but meantime, why don't you give a little example? We're going to have a little interactive fishing going on here.
Fishing lessons
and we've got some other folks here from Frost Creek that they're also fishing, and there we go. It looks like we
might be in the weeds.
It was. Oh, well, there you go. See, live fishing, and that one wasn't worth weighing. Oh, he did have one on. Go ahead and share a little bit what you want to share right here with these ponds, what you find.
For the ponds here, I mean, we've got all kinds of fish in here. There's a few palominos, brown trout, and rainbow trout. A lot of them will come up to eat dry flies just about any time of the day. It's still challenging enough to where you kind of have to think about it a little bit. They're just not your typical stocked fish. So it offers skills from advanced to beginner on this pond here.
And I think I've also, well, I know, not think, there are the pontoons that people also, right, can fish out here on these ponds with it?
Usually we put those up at the yurt ponds just because it's a little deeper. But yeah, if you wanted to take a pontoon out here, you can search a little more of the water.
That's great. That's great. Well, show us a little action. Hopefully you'll put one aboard. I'll get out of your way so you don't actually catch me.
We'll walk down here and see.
Is it better to fish with a little breeze?
You want a little bit of chop out here.
I love it. I'm getting my fishing 101. I love it. I mean, I actually have fished, not really so much with fly fishing. I've only done it once on a pond, but did actually catch something.
Yeah,
it's kind of like on the golf course. You have that one swing and hit. That's the perfect one, and then it brings you back for more.
That's all you need is just
That's right.
put one in the net here.
So how big are the fish in here?
So there are some fairly large fish. I think the biggest one I've caught out of here was about 23 to 24 inches.
Wow. Wow. Very cool.
But yeah, usually you'll see them cruising in pretty close today. I think because of the wind, they're a little further out.
And those are all with the flies. Do you tie your own flies?
All my own flies, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, we gotta follow here.
You could see one following?
Yeah, I got polarized glasses.
Ah, so you can see through. There's another trick. Okay.
Yeah, polarized glasses.
I didn't realize that's one reason why you use polarized glasses fishing.
A lot of it's sight fishing, especially in this pond.
Interesting. Oh, we have one. There we go.
So
Jack, tell us a little bit about the size of fish and just like generally what you can expect about out of the fishing in Frost Creek, the ponds, and then Brush Creek too.
Yeah, so each pond fishes differently, but mainly the fish size from here is anywhere from 14 to 18 inches. And then with the exception of some pretty big fish in the upper 20s and mid 20s.
Okay, I want to ask though, who's doing the measuring here?
Yeah, you gotta get the
I want to know how we get the true measurement. Whoa! Well, let's see what the true measurement is on that one.
We have a measuring tape, but we can.
Okay, I want to see what your interpretation. Oh, that looks like a nice one.
That does look like a nice one.
Okay, okay.
And fishermen aren't known for being honest.
Well, that's what my point is. How do you measure?
I caught a fish this big.
Yeah.
So this is like.
Oh, is that a rainbow?
Bigger end of the scale here, I'd say close to 18.
Okay, see, my measuring stick may be a little off, but I did. Oh, there he goes. He's happy to be off. Look at pretty. Okay, how do you take out?
So it's easy. So we fish all barbless hooks here.
Oh, so how do you do that?
It's very easy release on the fish, and it makes it easier for them to be caught again.
Okay, but the tricky part for me is how do you hold that without it sliding off?
The fishing levels here, it's great because you can take people out who've never fished before, who've fished for 20 years, and they'll all, most of the time, catch the same amount of fish.
Yep.
Well, one of my goals is to get as good of a backswing in fishing as my golf game. So that's the goal for the year.
So
Now you're making me want to go out here and do it because I'm seeing how they're biting.
yeah, it's definitely. A lot of people say they don't have the patience for fishing, but this is.
I have
You
this
don't
kind
have
of
to be
patience.
You can have this kind of patience.
This kind of patience.
Especially if if you were to come down here with
With Jack.
evening,
Or with Jack, knowing which lures to use and have
Exactly.
him take the fish off for me.
Exactly. This doesn't have to be roughing it.
This is
We can
not
do
exactly
launching.
roughing it, as they say. I could totally do that.
Well, and I think one of the coolest things that, and one of the things that makes Jack such a neat ambassador for Frost Creek is that once you've kind of, gotten your fill of the stocked ponds, that you have sort of our version of the expert black diamond runs in terms of Brush Creek. And Jack, having grown up in Eagle and fished it growing up, has a perspective on it that few have. And that's another tremendous asset of the club.
I mean, I would say the Brush Creek would be
Oh, look at this.
a black diamond just because it's a small stream. It's technical in nature where you have to be very precise about things or else you're not going to catch the fish.
Okay.
It's not like a pond where you can kind of throw it wherever and you might get a shot at catching a fish. In rivers and ponds fish very differently. The rivers, there's different hatches going on.
Okay.
Different times of the year. This is a fighter here.
Well, and Jack, talk a little bit about the bug life on Brush Creek and how how good it is. Really.
It's so diverse. I mean, you have probably a combination of anywhere from 10 to 15 bugs that are coming off at any point in the year that you really can't find in any other lake or river or stream most of the time.
Okay. Is that a 10?
Oh,
No.
that one's probably 14.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
All right, Andy.
All right.
You're not allowed to come along with this if you're going to underestimate.
But yeah, I mean, the thing that makes that Brush Creek so special is that bug life you can't find anywhere else.
Okay. So now, Jonathan, what type of fly are you fishing with?
I'm using a little pink bead.
Pink bead leech.
So,
Pink bead lead.
did you want a different fly? Is that the same?
I want what he has.
You just wanna
Okay.
take this?
Why don't you do that? Because then we can really see. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's see
Let it to 10, and then start stripping it back.
the true test, right? Is it the fisherman or is it the fly? Is it
Yeah,
the
that's right.
fisherman
Yeah,
or is it the
exactly.
fly?
As Lance Armstrong says, it's not about the bike.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's
that's
most of
right.
the time in fly fishing, it's not the fly, but there are a few cases
Okay.
where it is.
All right.
That's perfect right there. Just let it out. Beautiful.
Okay.
Fishing right alongside now.
Okay, that's right. Dueling fishing here going on. Which
So,
one?
Talking more about Brush Creek, what's one of you, like, what you, as someone who's fished all over the world and in all kinds of rivers, lakes, and any sort of bodies of water, what makes Brush Creek really special to you, and what do you think that it has that fishermen that come to Frost Creek may not have experienced elsewhere?
Yeah, I mean, the thing that's really cool about the Brush Creek that I like is you can use so many different flies to catch fish year round on there. In some countries around the world, or in a lot of rivers, it's very hatch related throughout the year. The Brush Creek, you can get away with throwing a lot of different flies, and especially with the private property up here, it makes it a little easier.
Yep. Different access and secret spots, fishing spots.
There, we can't talk about the secret
I
spots.
know. I keep wanting to.
You signed
Well,
that
because
disclosure.
that's a black diamond fishing
That's
spot.
right.
right now.
Yeah.
That's right. That's out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
There you go.
Oh, okay. Wow.
I hope I put that line under the finger.
Woo. There's a little bit. Wow, look at that.
This is the most acrobatic fish all day.
Yeah.
Great fish.
Now, is that, I can't tell, is that a rainbow?
It's another rainbow. The
Yeah.
browns in here are usually pretty hard to catch.
Are they?
Take a guess on the length.
Okay. I'll give you, okay, that one, 12.
We'll say 13.
Oh, boy. Okay, I'm getting closer. My measuring tape, okay. About that. Okay, we are at the river now, and I know it's running high because we got the runoff, which I'm sure it sounds like that makes it more difficult, like a double black diamond, as you were saying. So what can someone expect here with the type of fish that would be coming in on a day like
So
this?
it's mainly brown trout and rainbow trout. Majority of them are wild fish, so that makes it a little more challenging for fly fishing in general. They offers a lot of unique experiences, even within such a little small stream like this.
Right.
If I were to take people out here, you know, you can do anything from the basics like single dry fly fishing, dry dropper, indicator.
So then what's your goal? Where?
So the fish could be anywhere in this little Y here.
Okay.
And the main object is to get your fly down to them with no drag. And you want it to be presented like a natural fly bug floating down the river. But it's hard with this high water and the wind because you have a lot of stuff pushing you around.
You're constantly just in this area and having it move down. You're trying to get it, what, a foot, 2 feet down?
Yeah, you're trying to be just above the bottom.
Okay. And does it make a difference on a day like this? The sun's out.
No.
It won't on this type of fishing.
Nope, it's usually pretty consistent for most of the day. The water's cold. There's bugs coming off. Oh, there's one.
What are some of the biggest bugs that you'll see?
Yeah, you get the stonefly hatch. The drake hatch is a can't miss from Brush Creek. Occasionally some cranefly larvae, mayflies. It's really the possibilities around this here.
Okay, I have another question. This may remember 101 here, but when the fish are all in this area, do they move much downstream, or do they typically like to stay in an area like this?
For the most part, they stay in the same spot. Usually when you catch a few, they might migrate here and there.
But will they come back upstream then?
Yeah.
They will. Okay.
Especially on low water.
Okay. And again, this is all private right now.
Right.
I just want to point that out to people. We're on the Frost Creek property, so it's really just the members and the guests that have access to it. And Jack, of course, you who
I try not to do too much damage.
No, but I've seen your fishing. It's nice, though, again, for anyone that's coming out here to have you go out with them, and as you are the fishing ambassador here at Frost Creek, and be able to share those special spots and then also your successes with the type of flies.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.